Oh, it says you're live, but I'm not. Ah, no, I am. Oh my God, my glass is so dirty. I can't even see. Hi, guys. Hi, Jade. Hi, Jess. Hi, Positive B. Hi, Beza. Sorry, I'm running so late, guys. I needed a coffee because I was so tired. I had hardly any sleep last night, and I thought I completely forgot this live was even happening, and then I just had to post in the Facebook group, and God damn it, I'm half asleep, so I just needed a coffee to get through this. So now I have my coffee. We're all good. Hi, Davina. Hi, Nat. Hi, Sherry. Hi, everyone. Oh, Loz is here. I tried to stay awake. Lol, Loz, thanks for helping me through a dark time in my life. Oh, Sherry, you're so welcome. Why'd you fall asleep, darling? Come to the one tomorrow. This is a bit delayed. It seems like my computer's a bit delayed. Is everything being viewed okay? It seems very delayed. My computer's like, is everything okay? It's not delayed? Good. Okay, good. All right. Hope you're doing well. I'm great, darling. I'm just really tired. And after the day of stress I had about the cat the other day, I think I just took it out of me. I accidentally affirmed I'm irresponsible instead of I'm irreplaceable because of my lack of coffee. Oh, no, darling, don't worry about it. I cannot sleep. It's 4:09 a.m. in New York right now. Love you. Oh, BB, darling, that's the kind of time in the morning I wake up. I hardly any sleep this morning. Woke up at 2, couldn't get back to sleep till 4:30, then woke up at 6:30. Well, that's great. I've had 4 hours. Okay, I'm going to the top. Hang on. Nat, oh my God, Loz, spent the day with new guy. He has already told his parents about me and told them I gave him butterflies and I'm amazing. I know I deserve all this because I'm the damn queen. Wonderful, Nat. Wowzers. Is this a bit delayed, guys? All right, it seems a bit choppy. Maybe I've got too many things open. Maybe I need to unplug my Final Cut Pro. Hang on. Let me just turn my Final Cut Pro off. Maybe that's what it is. If I quit my Final Cut Pro, sorry guys, I think that's what it is. Chewing up all the computer storage or something. Hang on, guys. Why won't this do it? Okay, it's just going to have to be down there at the bottom of the screen. But they have worked so hard on self-concept really has been reflected. However, I only just realised I'm still holding on to the old story. It has really messed with me because I've worked so hard. And whilst it appears incredible, the third party is still there because I let her and the old story continues to play. I know I can and will get rid of it. I'm just really sad that after all this time, I've let myself still be the same position because I only half did what I was meant to. Look, guys, to be completely honest with you, the old story of them is so difficult sometimes. You know what? I'm just going to pull my Final Cut Pro out and hope for the best. I don't know if that's made any difference. Don't know if it has. Davina, look. Yep, we're frozen. Are we all right? Okay, we okay, guys? Because this seems like it's freezing. Now, what's going on? Oh, are we all right now? Are we okay? Can you guys see me okay now? Let me just check down the bottom. Is it all really laggy or is it just my end that looks laggy? A bit choppy. Yeah, it is, isn't it? What's going on? God damn it. Let me just close a few windows. Windows closing, windows closing, windows closing, windows closing. Hang on. I'm just closing a few windows, guys, so. Okay, let me see if it helped. All good. It's better? Okay, good. All right. My ex sued me last week. How do I deal with it in real life while I'm manifesting? No, darling. You just imagine the outcome you want, or go and revise if that even happened, decide they drop it, or it was a mistake, or they never meant it, or they were just hurt because they're still in love with you, or whatever the story is you want to give it. God damn it. That's full on. Davina, look, the story can be very difficult of them. Like, say, the story of your ex suing you. You've got to think, okay, well, I have a really bad story that they hate me and don't want me in their life, or they're upset with me. So you've got to get rid of that story to change the outcome. And you've really got to vehemently tell the story, because if you allow the old story thoughts in, it will just stay there. And I know how hard that is, guys, to change the story of them. It's the thing I have the hardest time with. Even with someone I've only been with a short time, I will have a story. And it's just my brain clinging onto the reason I'm not going to get the love I want. I'm not going to be chosen. It's just going, no, this is the reason. No, this is the reason. No, remember, this is the reason. and it's trying desperately not to let you get hurt. That's all it is. So you've got to be really fighting it. I've had a light bulb moment basically with my manifesting. You pick a desire and you figure out what your insecurities are, and you use self-concept affirmations to affirm against your triggers. Had a light bulb moment basically with manifesting. You pick a desire and you figure out what your insecurities are, yes, in relation to it, yep, and use self-concept affirmations to affirm against your triggers. Yeah, so anything you desire, you will have a lot of triggers in relation to that and a lot of thoughts in relation to that as to why you can't have that. So say it's money and you've always had really bad money thoughts because your parents grew up broke and you moved from city to city and your parents all live paycheck to paycheck, you'll find it difficult to believe that money will come to you and stay because it never stayed for your parents. And so you want to affirm against that. And if there's triggers like your bank account looking low or whatever, you'll be triggered. Same with if you grew up in an abusive household, you'll fall into abusive relationships and you'll just perpetuate the same pattern because your brain thinks that's what's normal. So you've got to think, well, what are my insecurities or fears in regards to this thing? Yes, and then affirm against those things differently about it. Change your thoughts about it. Hey, Loz, got my SP back and I got the course as well. He's not fully committed yet. That's all right, darling. But we're still meeting, etc. But slowly does it and I'll get there. So happy. I'm working on self-concept. Oh, wonderful, darling. And you're doing the course too. Oh, look. Slowly catch your monkey. Someone actually posted that in the group yesterday, but it said slowly catch the monkey. And Sylvia Platt said it. I never knew that. Darling, look, don't push it. Just assume you're back together and better than ever and you are committed. In your mind, you're committed. Don't worry about what they say or what they do out loud. Just see yourselves together in your mind and go within and imagine you are. And continue to work on the self-concept whilst you're doing that. Hey, Loz, SP's birthday next week. Going to end, we celebrated and hard on self-concept. I know time doesn't matter, but I've been at this since Jan. I thought I'd have some movement by now. I'll keep going at this. I want this ending of him and I back in our home. Guys, if you keep thinking I need it by now, I should have had it by now, then you're not in the state of you're together. Trust me, I've done that before. And then you go and screw it up because you go and do something like contact them on their birthday and they're like, and you're like, oh no, because you weren't fully living in the end. Because even the fact that you're saying, I thought we'd be back in our home by now is telling me you're not living in the end at all, Jade. You wouldn't even say it. You wouldn't even dare say it. You wouldn't even dare say we're not back in our home because back in your home means you're not in your home, are you, Jade? Fuck. Guys, sometimes I think some of you aren't getting it. When you come in here and you say the thing you don't want, you're manifesting more of that. And then you're wondering, oh, there's no movement in 3D. Wonder what we're not back together yet. It's taking a long time. Is that living in the end or is that living in the fuck, it's not here? I've had a light bulb moment, basically. That's great. And firm against your triggers. Yes, your desire have to be specifically for you. For example, because I was stressed about my exams being on campus, I couldn't manifest that because there are thousands of realities. And it doesn't affect mine. Well, no, what you had to figure out, Jess, was that thing about being stressed about your exams being on campus. It wasn't about the fucking exams, as we found out. This is what a lot of accounts don't teach you. They're like, manifest that you don't have to do the exam on campus. Manifest that you don't have to do the exam on campus. Surface manifestation, and not figuring out why the fuck you didn't want to do the exam on campus, and we figured that out, didn't we? And then it all worked out. So yeah, everyone else's reality doesn't affect you, but you got to figure out, why the fuck am I letting this affect me? Why am I letting this thing, this circumstance affect me so much? Oh, that's about my self-concept and fears. When you work that out, the circumstance that you created will go away or dissipate, or you won't even care anymore because you created the circumstance with your self-concept. You created that reality, you understand? I think that's what you meant. This is my 5th time manifesting him back. Keep losing him because of my self-concept. After your course, I know my fears and I'm not going to let it happen again. I'm way more relaxed now. I'm not insecure. Oh, that's wonderful, darling. When you know, that's the greatest thing. Then you know, I'm back at triggered here. Am I going about to say something stupid, do something stupid? Oh, stop myself. I've also been manifesting other things, people reaching out, weather, etc. super quickly. So I know this works. Well, good, Jade. So stop telling the old fucking story. Hi, guys. I accidentally affirmed I'm irresponsible. Don't worry about that, darling. Where am I? Oh my God, I cannot sleep. Oh, I had the feeling. It's not smooth. Your lips are out of sync. Oh, it's better now. I realized I hate my body more than I thought I did, affirming, but it feels like I'm lying to myself. I just want to feel confident in my own skin for once. You can, darling. Just decide you are. I'm so confident in my own skin. I love my body and my body loves me and everyone loves my body. Even if you can't stand saying that stuff. I was wonderfully made. My body is perfection. Say it and say it and say it and say it and say it. When do these start now? What are we talking about, darling? The courses? My Make Them Obsessed course is now live inside the squad. So if you're a member of the squad, you get it as part of your membership. It's only $35 for the month. Part 2 dropped yesterday, and you can start part 1 when you go in there, and it's there forever, guys. And the self-concept course is on my website. All these things are on my website. Hi, Loz. It's SP's birthday today. I saw him. Was great. We hugged one another. Oh, wonderful. You did that. I know part of the story is that he keeps putting off officially ending it, even though they don't even talk. Every time I think of a reason why, he says he always follows through and don't. I say he always follows through. Well, you got a story that you were letting him do that, darling, or you were letting him perpetuate it, or he had all these reasons why he couldn't. That was your story before. Davina, let me ask you, are you in the end when you're telling me about her right now? You're telling me about the fact he hasn't ended it. Are you living in the end? Or are you in the end of she's an obstacle still, she's still here? We're still not officially together. You just said it. So it's not going to eventuate, is it? Because you just fucking said it. I know you guys are asking questions, but you've got to understand that whilst you're saying it, you're reiterating the current shitty reality you don't want. Oh, I keep thinking he's never going to leave her. And there's all these reasons. And no, stop saying that. Hi, Loz. It might be I saw the one. I always change any thoughts of third party to I am his girlfriend. Thank you so much for your help. Also paying for money, and my mum transferred me $300 for a reason. Oh, wonderful, Davina. Wonderful. Take your fucking mind off that bitch. Honestly, I never want to hear about it again. Ever again. I never want you to come in here and tell me about her again. Okay? I really mean that, because you're going to keep her around by just mentioning her. Hi, Loz. Your course and squad has self-concept so high. My self-concept so high, I want to soon my ex to be leaving me. It would be so much easier that way. How can I think he would leave me and be happy with someone else while keeping self-concept high? Well, you can imagine that, darling. Imagine he found someone else, he comes to you and says, I'm not in love with you anymore, I want someone else. And you go, okay, great, bye. Let's shake hands on it, right? Just imagine a scene where he does that, or imagine him happy with someone else. Imagine you happy with someone else. Imagine it. Go to the end of that. But yeah, the self-concept in the squad is fantastic. Hello, lovely lady. Oh, because I've realised I'm the one that's sitting on the couch with chocolate and chips watching fitness videos, waiting to drop weight, as in watching you and everything, but not affirming or manifesting. Well, Penny, nothing will fucking happen to you. I've done that. I would watch every manifestation video, watch every Neville, listen to every Neville lecture, and do nothing about it. And he keeps saying, be a doer, not a listener only. And I really wasn't listening. How bad do you want it? Today was SP's birthday, and we didn't talk or spend time together like I wanted. It's fine. We'll spend more time together. But I affirmed he had inner conversations about her missing me and not feeling whole without me. And a friend sent me her social. She tweeted that she can't enjoy a day without a person, assuming that was me. Oh, that's lovely, darling. Absolutely assume that. When you see things on socials that you think mean something for you, take the meaning. I remember I bought my old SP a motorcycle jacket, and all his friends loved it. And it was this proper leather motorcycle jacket, like it looked like it came from the 60s. And they were all trying it on. He was showing off to me, like all the pictures of them trying it on, loving this jacket. And when we'd split up, I saw him on this motorcycle ride, and he wasn't wearing the jacket anymore. And he had a brand new jacket that I'd never seen. That was a shitty jacket. And I thought, because I kept saying, every time you put that jacket on, you think of me. You can't bear to wear it. There's no way he would have not worn it, because it's like the perfect jacket, right? You give that the perfect meaning to Marion. Would an old friend being back be considered a bird for land? Yes. Things are going really well at the moment, and finding old thoughts getting quieter. Yes, guys. Old friends, family being nicer to you, people being nice to you in the street, old exes, anyone. Is the purge period time real? Only if you think it is, darling. If you want to call it a purge, it'll stay that way. Don't think of it as a purge. Just say things are playing out in my 3D that are old thoughts. That's all it is. It's delayed sometimes, guys. Well, it was a few days ago, the third party pinged me. If SP had come for an event, we go together. He hadn't, but self-concept is strong. Why they're doing? Why they're contacting you? They must feel so threatened. Don't worry about it. That's great, darling. That excellent meaning. I went to my new SP's house. Oh, hang on. I went on my new SP's Facebook because I missed him. Somehow I ended up on a few friends of his that were girls, and I could feel myself getting jealous of him, liking their photos because they're gorge. Old self would have cried. But as soon as I felt that jealousy feeling piling up, I stopped, breathed, and then did I'm chosen, I'm good enough, there is no competition to me until that feeling went away. Is that good? Yes, darling, and just fucking step away from the keyboard. But obviously I know that going on social media isn't good, so I tried to use that time to remove my insecurities and looking at their photos. Well, you can do that, guys, but I tell you what, if it's like sticking a chocolate cake in front of a person who's meant to be on a diet. It's real hard. Imagine sticking a slab of beer in front of an alcoholic and going, "You've been 6 months clean. Let me leave you in the room with this." Don't do it, Jess. What do you think about an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth? What the fuck's that got to do with anything? Was that the beginning of this thing? Anything in the Bible can be totally misinterpreted, darling, and that has been misinterpreted as "Hurt me, I hurt you," or revenge. Whatever you do to me, I'll do to you. I think it probably really means, if you take it in the metaphorical way, whatever I have sent out, you will send back. So it's exactly what describing manifesting. Everything's metaphorical in the Bible, and unfortunately, religions who adopted it took it very seriously as its allegory. But obviously, okay, so the one. Hi, Loz. I think that's what it means anyway. Hi, Loz. Loving the obsessed cause. Wonderful. We are only doing this week's task, or are we still doing last week's as well alongside? Okay, so if you only joined this week and you haven't done part one, go and do part one. Do both. Do the statement I've got you to do in part one and watch the video, and do this week's. Do both. I know you said just focus on us, but I do feel so good doing last week's one. Well, last week's one's about you too. Do both. Loz, my self-concept is improving so much every time I start to spiral or get triggered. I ask myself out loud, why am I getting upset? He's my fiance and it works wonders. Oh, that's wonderful. Hi, Loz, trying to manifest London in Christmas with no money. Please help with affirmations. I know I can do it, just doubting myself right now. You want to be in London at Christmas. Imagine no cabs, no public transport, no snow, and sitting in front of the TV like everyone else. Isn't that what happens in London on Christmas Day? There's fuck all to do. There's no fucking public transport. It's as quiet as hell. There's no cars and no Ubers. No anything. That's Christmas Day in London. Ta-da! Nothing's open. The hell of quietest day in London ever. Imagine that. I've only been there once on Christmas out of the 14 years I lived there, and that's what it was like. Why did I stay in London? And I think I was all by myself. What did I do? Oh, no, I went to a friend's house. I have SP's friend declaring how much he likes me. Also, a guy I used to hook up with has added me back on socials and talking with me. I know SP's next. Oh, wonderful, darling. Almost births. I was a few days ago. You screamed at me in the squad group because I was not getting it. Oh, yes, I did, Sophia. But honestly, I've been following you for 6 months. I've read your mini course and even got the course. I get results. I'm extremely lucky in some areas of my life, though I don't understand why I don't get this, because with SP, for example, I get sporadic results and nothing much. Sophia, you sounded like you didn't understand any of this in the squad the other day. I was like, is this girl new? That's what you sounded like. So if you're doing it in all areas of your life and you really get this, then how come it isn't working with your SP? You tell me. What are you fucking thinking about him? A whole lot of shitty thoughts, obviously. Guys, it's always the old story about them that you're holding, or your old shitty thoughts about relationships that are fucking it up. If you think everything else is going so well, why do you think you can't get the love? Why do you think they won't love you? Why do you think they don't want you? All those things. Work it out and then you'll know the story. So what were your main fears in the course? Are you working on those? Because that is linked to the story you're holding about your SP. So if you've worked out what the main fears are in the course, so tell me if it's fear 1, fear 2, fear 3, whatever, and then I'll tell you why the fuck you've got, what's the story? Tell me what the story is and tell me what your main fear was, although I'll be able to work out your main fear from your story anyway, because it always tells me what the main fear is just from your fucking story, because you made up the goddamn story. So it's your story about your SP that's fucking everything up. So what is it? Yes, it is. I've got amazing friends in London. We always have a blast in London. Yes. Oh, lovely. I'm spiraling. We have been talking 24/7 again after a situation happened. He said he was going to see me before I go home for a week and he keeps cancelling. How can I revise and affirm against it? I don't know what my self-concept beliefs are if he chooses not to see me, even though he will say yes and never follow through. Well, you might have a really shitty story about him. He's flaky. He doesn't want me. He doesn't love me. I never get what I want. Things never work out for me. I'm not lovable. Well, what are your thoughts about you, darling? Why are you thinking he's doing that? What is your reason? Just write it down quickly. Why is he cancelling on me? Because you'll know the answer. He doesn't love me. He doesn't want me. He wants other girls. He doesn't want to commit. He doesn't want to see me. Well, then why doesn't he want to see me? Oh, because I think he doesn't love me. Why do I think I'm not lovable? Oh, because when I was a kid, I didn't get enough affection from my parents. Oh, fuck, I've worked it out. Guys, it's really that simple. They aren't with me because. We aren't together because. If you say, because I fucked it up, it's probably because you think you fucked things up. Because he doesn't want me. Oh, you feel unwanted. Because he's chosen the third party over me. Oh, you're unchosen, not the priority. Guys, it's right there in your answer. Why aren't we together? Why isn't he with me? It's right there. Plain as day in front of your fucking face. I'm going to buy the course in December. Can't wait. Oh, wonderful, darling. You can do it in 4 payments as well through PayPal, guys. I finally made a live hello from Cape Town, South Africa. Oh, wonderful, Stephanie. I've been there. Love that place. Just finished your self-concept course. It was amazing. Loz, can you talk on how to manifest more clients for your business? Oh, wonderful, darling. You did the course. Okay, so now that you've identified what your fears are, you should know what you need to work on to get more clients. I can give you all the affirmations in the world about your business, but the reason why your business isn't booming is because of your thoughts about you. So either I'm not good enough, I do things wrong, I fuck things up, I'm going to be a failure because when I was a kid I was dyslexic or not good at school, or my parents pushed me a lot and I've never achieved what I wanted to achieve, or la la la, or I'm too scared to show myself because I'm shy and not confident, da da da, or there's too much competition and I never get what I want, this is hard, and or people won't want to spend time with me or won't choose me to be their coach or whatever because I'm not chosen. Write down why your business isn't going well or what the reason is you think it isn't, and then you'll find, link to that, what your self-concept issue is. And then if you've done the course, you'll know it anyway. And then you can say, my business is booming because I'm more than enough. My business is booming because I'm the best coach there is because I'm the smartest. It doesn't matter that I was dyslexic as a kid. I am a wonderful business person, etc. Just finish it. I saw that one. He told me every time he sees me, he likes me more and more, and he's too scared of commitment. Well, then you're running with the story of too scared of commitment, darling, and then you're fucked. Why are you running with that silly story? Oh, the questions aren't moving. Hi, Tara. Hi, Loz. I think there's more than one Tara in the group. I hear my name on video so often and each time I wonder if it was me or the other Tara. Oh, yeah, there are. There are. Hey, Loz. Oh, there's 2 Taras in a row. Look, Tara. There you go. Hi, Loz. I'm watching you at work this morning. Oh, wonderful. Loz, how do you handle a second SP when I'm still kind of with SP1 but waiting for 3 to catch up? Don't want to hurt SP2. Look, I had that and I was kind of entertaining the second one in my mind when he came back because I wasn't completely in love with the first one yet. And then when I fell in love with the first one, I kind of basically told the other one to go away. That's what I did. But you can imagine them both in your mind, have visualizations with them, affirm for both, and the best man wins, or whoever you want wins. How would you fix a situation with a flatmate? I feel like I'm always doing more and our friendship has gone downhill since moving in together. So you're probably a people pleaser, overgiver. You probably don't say anything. You probably expect that she's like that she uses you, that she doesn't contribute, that she leaves the kitchen messy. I had so many roommates like that. And I used to get walked all over. They'd steal stuff from me. I lived with a crack and heroin addict who used to steal all my shit. I lived with a girl who used to just leave shit all over the kitchen. She'd like cut up chicken and just leave raw chicken breast and open jars and butter with the lid off in the kitchen. You come in, all flies are in there. She'd go like this with her hair and drop hair on the carpet while you're talking to her, and you'd be like, this girl is a fucking pig, right? And I'd be the one cleaning up because I was an overgiver and people pleaser. Are you doing that? See them differently in your mind. See them not like that. No one would dare do that to me and live with me like that anymore. Not that I live with, roommates, but because I changed my thinking about me, I would never be disrespected like that. Perfection. Thanks, Loz. Mine was the abandonment and not being chosen, and you were so right. You have 2 Stephanies as well. Oh, really? 2 Stephanie. Okay, so abandonment, not being chosen. So if you feel like you're going to be abandoned, you feel like your clients will join and then they'll leave, or I'm not good enough to even be chosen by the clients. So work on that. Hi, Loz. Manifestations are really fast. I was just thinking about a new job and less hours and more money. I got fired, but with 2 months' pay and $1,000 bonus, still don't have a new job, but this is a bridge of incidents. Yes, absolutely. Guys, if you get fired, Neville got fired from his job and it was the greatest thing that ever happened. Had he not, he might have stayed there out of safety and security and he wouldn't have been the Neville we know. Give it all good meaning. Can you see my questions? Oh, Claire, did I miss them? Write it again, darling. Copy and paste it and write it again because I can't scroll all the way up and find it. I think sometimes they don't show. If I think that I'm lazy, unmotivated, not driven, etc., but don't want to be, it has been reflected back to me by people too. So how would I just say the opposite? I'm so motivated. I get things done. I don't procrastinate anymore. I know I can do things. I believe in myself. I don't put things off. I know I can do it, right? If you're a perfectionist, you feel like you'll never do it right, you won't even try. That's what laziness is a lot of the time. It's not laziness. It's that you think you're going to do it wrong, so you don't even start. That's good. I choose not to be disrespected in that way. Yes, say that. Just see them differently. See them cleaning up. Like I lived with a guy who was my old best friend the whole of my high school years, and we lived together in Sydney. And he was an absolute arsehole to live with. And one day he went and cleaned the kitchen, came out when I've done it. And I was like, what do you want, a medal? Like I was just like, well done. You've cleaned one thing in the whole year we lived together. But I just saw him differently. He started to change. Hi, Loz. I've done your course. It's amazing. My highest scores were fear 2 and 3. I have to look on my list. Okay. What affirmations would you suggest? I came out of the assessment and didn't write the statements down. Thank you. You can go back in and look at them, darling. Go back to the assessment, click the link, use the password, go back, write down the statements that sound like what you believe, the things that sound most true for you. Write it down, use them, turn them into affirmations. Okay. They would be things like, everyone in my reality stays, everyone's always there for me, people never leave me, or they're always with me. If you don't want to use the word leave, I am always loved, I'm always cared for, I'm always given the affection and love I need, the time I need, whatever it is about someone not loving you that affects you, say the opposite. But go back to the statements, write them down, write the opposite as an affirmation. Hi, beautiful ones. Oh, Dina. How do I overcome the self-concept issue of not feeling special enough to be loved, wanted, or treated properly? I feel like my whole being just isn't enough, or that special to be chased by someone. Okay, so what happened to you as a kid where you feel like that, darling? Do you have something wrong with you? Or you were treated differently from other kids because you looked different or something? Or you weren't given enough attention by your parents, so you never felt like the special one because they favored other children or something? Or you're abused? What happened? Because there's something to do with that makes you feel that way. You've got to think, everyone was born on this planet individual. Everyone's so individual that if you went to a crime scene, we'd all have a different thumbprint. That makes you special, right? The fact that you were even born makes you special. Out of all the sperm that could have met all the eggs, you were here for a reason. You're put on this planet for a reason. That makes you special just in the fact that out of all the gazillion million sperms and eggs, you're here. But you've got to figure out, why do you think like that? Claire, hang on. Or do I need to work more on my self-concept? Where's the actual question, Claire? Can you see my questions? No. So write it again. All I'm saying is, or do I need to work more on my self-concept? So Claire, write it all again, please. I can't see any of it. I can't even see your name up there. Might have been when it was going all choppy or something. Just write it again, darling. Copy and paste it if you can see it. If I'll be honest, I think where I go wrong is checking the 3D for movement. As time goes by, making me want to check at times, seen unblocked and then reblocked, started to stop trying to do this so much. Guys, it will just fuck you every time. To stop checking. And second thing is being in the state more. I can stop checking 3D, but what about state? What do you suggest, Loz? I make this about me during the day, affirming self-concept wherever I can. Guys, all state means is what you are right now. Like your mental state or the state of the union. It just means what's it like right now? So if we're in a state of emergency, the state of emergency is panic mode, high alert, right? If there was a serial killer running around outside, I might have been issued some text message by the police, high alert, state of emergency, right? That's the state right now. Now, how do you get in that state? Well, you get in the state of loved, wanted, chosen, enough, cherished by thinking thoughts that you are now a person who could be that. Imagining scenes that would imply you are that. Stepping into the state of a person. Think of it like a role, guys, or a suit that you're wearing, or a costume you've put on, or a role you're playing in a play. You are now that woman who has that. You are now that woman who thinks those thoughts about herself. You are seeing the world from the eyeballs of that person. That's what a state is. And you can step from that state, and suddenly the next day you've gone back to your old depressed state. And then the next day you go back to the state of the woman who's loved and in a relationship and chosen and feels like she deserves it. Right? Does that make sense? Loz, any tips on sudden negative thoughts while persisting? On sudden negative thoughts while persisting for new story of SP, it's annoying and they pop out. It's just your subconscious trying to fight it, darling, trying to keep you safe. It's super fucking annoying. It's just a subconscious. It's a see you next Tuesday. Just tell it off, tell it to fuck off, say, affirm against it. No, that's not true. That's the old story. That's just the old story. We don't think those thoughts anymore. I've got a beautiful meditation at the end of my self-concept course, guys, that I think a lot of you have missed because it's in the very last module. And it looks like the course is ended, but it's after that. It's a bonus, and it steps you into the state. And I listen to it almost every day. I've forgotten the last couple of weeks. I've been so busy, but I used to. Hi, Loz. Love your course. Any tips on staying, living in the end? We'll use that meditation every day if you can. That'll really help you. Also, you can use my Wake Up in the Wish Fulfilled meditation on my YouTube every morning. So if you guys really want to get in the state at tail ends of the day, I would use those two. Okay, especially the one from the self-concept course of the new state of you and turning off your old thinking. Okay, but also living in the end and staying in the state. If you get thrown by the 3D or you have some negative thoughts, it doesn't matter. You can just get back onto it, onto the horse. You got thrown off, you get back on. That's what I would say about that. It doesn't have to be a 24-hour a day manic, I'm thinking new thoughts, I'm flipping every single fucking thought I've ever had in my whole life thing. It's steeping yourself in the costume. You don't put yourself in the costume and then every 5 seconds think about the costume. You're just in it. That's what a state is. You're just wearing the costume. You're not aware of the costume necessarily. You're just in the costume, being the person in the costume. You are the state of that person. You're not thinking about consciously, I'm in that state. I'm now thinking this. Oh, la, 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 la. That's when people say drop it or you are it. But you've got to a point where you've got to that state where you don't need to affirm anymore or don't need to flip any shitty negative thoughts or think new story thoughts to have stayed in that state. Right? So if you can stay there without doing that, great. But if you can't, then that's when you need to keep on top of your mental diet. That's what Neville talks about. A lot of people forget that and they think you don't need to have a good mental diet. You can just be in a state all day and then their mind goes to shit and then they wonder why they drop out of the state. Right? I was made fun of a lot for my weight and lacked a lot of confidence. Okay. And was just a very shy kid. And so I'm still and still am. So I've always gotten comments about no one will want me for my body or because I'm shy. Okay. So you've got a story that because you're shy, no one want you. Because you were fat, no one will want you. That's not true. My old SP is the shyest person I've ever fucking met. I used to take him out and he wouldn't even speak. Right? I loved him. I have loved someone who's overweight before. I still loved him. I loved him. I wasn't looking at his body. You've got a story that means that the person isn't worthy because of X, Y, Z. You've decided you're not worthy because of that. It's not true. Go and look around right now today. Go and see if you can see any fat people in couples. Go out for a whole walk for the day and identify how many overweight people you see holding someone's hand or being looked at lovingly or on social media. You'll see it. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean no one can be loved because they're overweight? That's not true, but it's just your story. So you've got to say the opposite. I am beautiful just the way I am, and people love me just the way I am, and they love my shyness, and they love my curves, and they love my juicy ass. They love everything about me. Doesn't matter that's the old me, but they love me anyway. Okay, that is me, but they love me just as I am. I am perfect just as I am. There is nothing wrong with me. I'm not wrong. There is nothing wrong with me. Say that. I'm 21 and never got into a relationship. Dad left mum emotionally unavailable. I don't know what's wrong with me and relationship though. Hello, just read what you just wrote. I'm changing that story with my SP. I feel triggered. Okay, so your dad left your mum and was emotionally unavailable and you can't understand why you've got maybe some bad thoughts about men in relationships. Your whole identity of relationships is what your dad did to your mum. Are you worried your guy might leave? Are you worried he won't open up to you? Are you worried he won't give you what you need emotionally? Are you worried that one day he'll just up and leave you for someone else? Are you worried that it won't work out? Are you concerned about any of those things that tie to what your dad did? Ta-da, there's the fucking story. Have you got a story that because you're only 21, you haven't had a relationship before, you don't know what you're doing, or you're doing it wrong, or he's not going to want you because you're inexperienced, or some fucking story about that? Why did you even mention never got into a relationship? It's like irrelevant, but you think that's a problem. So there's two stories you're holding there that aren't helping you. I'm loving my tarot readings on TikTok that I'm perfection. Someone's coming back that I'm the Empress, etc. It's also positive towards me. I love it when the tarot is positive. I hope you don't mind another question. I'm trying to manifest a remote job working from South Africa for a company in New York. Please help with affirmations. I love working remotely. I love having my job that's elsewhere, but I'm here. I love working in my pajamas. No one can see that I'm just sitting in my pants on the computer. It's great. See you on the calls to New York every day at a certain time of the day, having to get up early or go to bed late because of it or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. Hey, Loz, so I've been working on my self-concept, focusing on me hard. Now I'm looking at SP and wondering if he's good enough for me. Is this normal? Guys, it's a phenomenon I've never seen in anyone else's manifestation groups, and I've been in a few. I've never seen this before except in my group. That people just level up so much, they're like, what did I see in that guy? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, that's it. Any story of decision I have to make, especially big decision like houses, cars, etc. I always go to my parents first, especially my dad, because now I see it's because I think I get things wrong. Right, Ray, there you go. And then you always think you get things wrong. And then if you have a breakup, you'll blame yourself, think it's your fault, want to fix it. I always want to fix things because I think I'm wrong. And then I want to fix it, thinking I'm the one who had to fix it because I did it wrong. I've had a situation at the beginning of the year and I've had to keep convincing myself I'm not wrong. I actually didn't do anything wrong. The person just misread my text like a fucking moron because of their childhood. It had goddamn nothing to do with me except for my thought that their childhood really fucked them up. And then they turned up all fucked up. I didn't do anything wrong. I was just trying to help them. Mhm. Thank you. Love you. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you, Loz. That told me a lot. I also have a major fear of rejection as well, to where I would just run away when I see someone likes me, because you can't even imagine that they do and why they would. And you're too afraid to get close to them, probably, darling, because then you'll have to reveal yourself or show your body or be your real self, and you don't want to. Will this help overcome my fear of rejection as well? Darling, get the course. You really need to get the course. It will really help you. If not, I want you to really, really work on the I Am Chosen sleep tape. Do that every single night. I am special. And I want you to say, I'm good special, not bad special. People love me just as I am. And use that sleep tape. Use the affirmations in that too. They're my affirmations. Hi, Loz. I've been doing well 2 weeks now, but today I'm having panic attacks, especially when I remember SP. Maybe it's the monthly red visitor. Well, that's your assumption. I tried focusing on self-concept, but still anxious. Any tips? Well, you're not living in the end of being together then if you're feeling like that. If you're having panic attacks, what are the panic attacks about? Panic attacks are always caused by something else. So what's the thought you're having that's causing the panic attack? Can you identify it? I used to have them and I never knew I was having them. And most of the time it was when someone was trying to force something out of me, like get me to talk about something I didn't want to mention or something I was keeping secret. And I would have a panic attack and I'd go mute or I would shake, right? Why are you having a panic attack? What's the thought about them that's giving you a panic attack? Like they're never going to come back. They've chosen that girl. He doesn't love me. What's the thought? That's what you have to change. People would say I couldn't make a decision to save my life and I really overthink things when making decisions. Well, then look at Khloe Kardashian. They've got that story, Kourtney Kardashian in that show. They've got that story about her. And the bitch can't make one decision because she's got that story about herself as well. And they all keep reiterating it. And I've noticed she's really stepped into her power lately. And she's like, you know what? I've made a whole lot of decisions lately and I'm not listening to any of you. So start saying, I'm so decisive. I know what I want. I always make the right choice. I choose my choice. Hi, Loz. I've been affirming and doing my visualizations. I've been seeing engagement rings and references to marriage. SP has been referring to engagement and marriage. Oh, Jessica, really? I love that. Taking a shot at that one. That's wonderful. What have you been doing? But it seems like he doesn't even realize. Well, guys, they don't realize. They do things they don't realize why they're doing it. It's like hoogity boogity voodoo you did on them, but not really. But they don't know why. They don't know why. That's the biggest thing that I heard when people would split up in my calls. But the thing is, they don't also know why they're acting great either. They don't know why they're talking about marriage. I put it in there. I put it in that mind of yours. Like even my cat is doing what I'm saying at the moment. I've just decided my cat loves being home. She's barely tried to go outside. Normally she's scratching up the fly wire and meowing her head off. And for the last 2 days, she's not. And my dad said to me, assume she really got scared when she went missing for like 12 hours and came back in the dark, assumed it scared the shit out of her. And that's what I've been assuming. And she's kind of like, oh, I don't like the outside. That's so great. And that's how she's been for 2 days. I'm sending thought reflection to my cat so she doesn't turn into that cat she was the other day, disappeared for 12 hours and gave me a fucking heart attack. You can do that on your SP. If I can do it on my cat and she's changed in 2 days, then you can do it to your SP. So what are you having panic attacks about, Ree? Yes, that's what I need to be like. I've signed up to your course and the monthly one, but I haven't had a chance to sit down and go through it all. She disappeared. Okay, so if you haven't had a chance to sit down and do it all, then you just need to start. You're probably a massive procrastinator. You probably think you do things wrong. You probably think you're not enough, and therefore you haven't even fucking started the course. The amount of you that either haven't started or got halfway through and stopped is astounding to me. That tells me about your self-concept. Start it, Ree, tonight. How bad do you want this? I'm having all these panic attacks. I don't know what to fix it. Go and do the fucking course. God damn it. However I feel, doubts come in my mind when I affirm. Can you help me with deeper affirmations for commitment? Darling, it's got nothing to do with the commitment affirmations. What are your self-concept affirmations? You can say commitment affirmations till the cows come home. Won't do shit. I'm not one of these bullshit coaches who's going to give you 10,000 affirmations a day about commitment. Won't do shit. They'll come back. You'll still be the triggered bitch you were before and they'll leave. What are your self-concept issues, Jessica? I can't give you deeper affirmations for commitment. Why don't you think they're going to commit? That's about you. Tell me about you, Jessica, and why you think they're not going to commit. I'm not going to give you deeper affirmations for commitment. You're on the wrong fucking channel for that shit. Darling, it's not about them. Why don't you think they're going to commit to you? That's the problem here. You're the problem. It's you. Tell me why you think they're not committing to you. And then I'll tell you what your fucking problem is that you need to work on. Okay? That's why people get the shit here. Hey, Laws, it's 14-year-old Melissa, keeping up with the affirming and learning to deal with my triggers, but sometimes and more often I'm starting to question whether law is real and getting upset. Well, Melissa, go away then. 1 minute, 1 week you're into it, and the next week you're doubting yourself. Do you have a lot of self-doubt? Do you keep looking at 3D? I can't fucking help you if you keep coming in here. 1 minute you're hot, 1 minute you're cold, 1 minute you're into it, 1 minute you're not. You either understand this or you don't. You know what you're manifesting right now? A whole lot of shitty reality. It's fucking working. Trust me, it works on negative and positive. You're just thinking a whole lot of negative shit at the moment, so it's not fucking working the way you want because you're thinking the wrong thing. God damn it. Guys, when you are seeing shit, it's working. It's just that you've been thinking the wrong fucking thing. Works perfect every time. This isn't working. Oh, we'll make it not work for her. We'll make her reality not show her anything to prove to her what she just said, that it doesn't fucking work. Oh, wow, that worked perfect, didn't it? Don't come in here every week, 1 minute high as a kite, and the next minute telling me it doesn't fucking work. It's working perfect. Okay. Guys, don't tell me it doesn't work. It works. It's just you're thinking the wrong shit. My cat went away perfectly, playing out what I'd said to Sasha the night before. I could play you the voice note where I'm saying to Sasha and showing Sasha pictures of my cat disappearing. I'll fucking show you. This is why my cat disappeared, okay? This is how manifestation works. Just watch this. I was on a call to Sasha and she was ringing me and I was listening to a voice note and I went to reply and the cat crossed the main road with us and jumped into a tree. Can you see this? Can you see her in a tree? She had to cross this main road to get into the tree. Then the next minute, she walked the length of this wall and stood on the wall. Can you see her? And I'm on a voice note with Sasha after this, going, this fucking cat, this bloody cat, right, with Sasha. God damn it, Jesus Christ, this cat, she's going to be the death of me. She's getting too brave. She's too adventurous. The next day, she fucking disappeared. Didn't I do that? Didn't I do that perfectly? Yeah. It's right there. I could play you the goddamn voice note. I was proving it with photos. Mm-hmm. Where am I? Hang on. Yes, I'm halfway through on the forgiveness bit, but haven't been able to do the modules on the monthly subscription group. Look, the self-concept course is more important. Just focus on that. Finish that first. Forgive your person. Get through that part. Then start make them obsessed. It'll be there forever, so you can do it whenever done. Hi, Gay. Sorry for yelling at you, Melissa, but it is working, darling. You're just thinking the wrong things. You're just looking at 3D too much. Thank you, Loz. I'll figure this out and work on self-concept more. It's always the answer, darling. What is it if you are in relationships and you think everything is going well between you, good between you and them, and then they tell you it's not going well and you get rejected? What is that? You've just got a dominant assumption you get rejected. You might think it's going well, but back here, it's the back here that's the problem. Not what you're thinking up here. Everything's great. Everything's great. No, they always leave. Men always leave. Things go wrong for you. You're a piece of shit. Nothing works out for you. Relationships never work out. Ha, we're going to make this not work. What do you think back here? Not feeling chosen. What's this, Jessica? Is that your main thing? Okay, work on that. I found a meditation for detachment, and what we do is, I don't teach that bullshit, Dinah. Imagine the worst thing that can happen and the best thing, and then repeat this meditation for 21 days, but this is a good meditation or bad. I don't teach detachment. What are you talking about? What, detaching from the shitty meaning, the shitty story? Yeah, sure, but I don't teach detachment. You mean getting rid of the old story? Yeah, great. But I don't teach detachment, darling. I don't know, fuck it. This isn't LOA. We're not teaching law of attraction over here. Do it if you want, but if it's anything to do with law of attraction, don't listen to that shit. I'm detaching from the outcome. It's all right if you're getting rid of the old story. You're a master manifester, but all the negative stuff. Yes, guys, exactly. I'm guilty of putting it off. I've got halfway through it too and need to get my ass kicked. Guys, fuck's sake. Lost help, so ended it today and went out with my friend while I'm here at his house. They both said terrible things to me and he's telling me he will call the cops to escort me out tomorrow. Been living here since March. Oh, he ended it. SP ended it today and went out with my friend while I'm here at his house. They both said terrible things to me, and he's telling me he will call the cops to escort me out tomorrow. I've been living here since March. Oh, shit, Holly. Jesus Christ. What the hell have you been thinking about yourself? Some really shitty stuff. What the hell have you been thinking about him? Or your untrustworthy friend, or thinking she's a threat or something? What the fuck's going on here? That's very full on, darling. I would just remove yourself from the situation right now, not get yourself in trouble with the police, okay? And go away and work on yourself, please. And in the meanwhile, imagine he doesn't love the friend, he loves you, and everything goes back to normal. But you really need to work on your self-concept. What's going on here? A whole lot of not chosen, not loved stuff. That people betray you, people hurt you, people go behind your back. When you were a kid, were you betrayed or abused? What's going on here, Holly? Something for you to have been betrayed so badly. I'm not blaming you. I just want to know. I realize that my self-concept issue is about no confidence and no self-belief, but I'm not sure what happened in childhood for that to occur. How do I figure that out? It could just be as simple as your mum didn't ever let you do anything and never made you feel confident in the fact that you could actually complete a task. Oh, let me do that. Oh, you stupid girl. Like my mum used to do, and then I think, oh, I won't bother. I won't do it right. And then you can't even start anything, or you think you've got no self-belief. You don't believe in yourself because you think you do it wrong. Could be that you were in a religious household and you were told that everything you did was wrong because you were sinning, or some fucking bullshit. Something's going on there. What happened? I'm sorry, Loz, I'll try harder. No, you don't need to try harder. I just want you to know that you're actually manifesting shitty things, Melissa. Yes, I've been looking at the 3D too much. No shit. You're expecting magic, are you? You're walking around like Jack and the Beanstalk with a magic bean in your hand going, where's my beanstalk? It's coming. Be patient. Aha, Loz, love you. It's like your heart, kidney, whatever. You don't constantly question if it's working. You know it is. Even if you can't see it, you can see the results. You're being alive. That's a wonderful example. I love that, Kay. Guys, you don't walk around all day worrying if you're going to be breathing out and breathing in, and if your heart's going to be beating, if your kidney's going to be working, and you just assume it's working. You don't even have to think about it. I know when I doubt, I remember, since making this more about me with affirming less, SP, how quickly I have manifested. 3 people, oh my God, my glasses, my hair's caught my glasses. My 3 people thought who I hadn't spoken to in months all reached out within 24 days. I made it stop raining to pick up my freshly washed and groomed dog, as I don't drive, and had my car park advertised to lease for 2 months, said it will lease it soon, and then 48 hours later did, 24 hours later, wonderful. Also saying in my new job, works days are relaxed and make money easy, and I've been on the couch or chilling most days. I feel the same as Melissa, but we've got to remember all this stuff. Guys, look at the things you are manifesting. So if it's just SP that you're not, you've got to think, I must have a real shitty story about them. If I can manifest my cat back perfectly and she can do exactly what I said. She even did exactly what Sasha affirmed to me. She said she's going to be back in the house playing in her bags and her boxes. Now, Sasha had never seen her playing in a box. And today I sent her 2 pictures of her playing in a box. And she went, did I say playing in boxes? You'd never told me she plays in boxes. Why did I say that? I was like, I don't know, but she's doing it. And all I told you before was she plays in bags. And she's doing it today. All day today, she's been playing in boxes, just like Sasha affirmed. Right? So if you can do it with your cat, you can do it with your job, you can do it with your whatever, your money, why can't you do it with SP? It's because of the story you're holding about them that is shitty as hell. Maybe so, betrayal. I have been working hard on self-concept. I've done LOA for a year and doing a self-concept course. Could it be old story? I brought the friend here. She is a designer. I did trust her. Until lately. Oh, right, well, there you go. Got trust issues. He has been preferring her. Well, darling, why? Have you got a real story that other girls are better than you, or you can't trust people? One of the two. He told me she was leaving. She had been living here for 3 months, but I had enough and they disappeared tonight. So you probably started thinking, I wonder if he likes her. He's paying her more attention. Why is he paying her more attention than me? Why is he talking to her so much? Maybe she's a threat. Being you manifest them going off together. So really think about your thoughts, what you were thinking the last 3 months. Trust me, they'll be shitty, and they'll be shitty about her and shitty about him not being able to trust him. So you've got to flip all those fucking thoughts, darling. Get the hell out of that house while you flip those thoughts and start changing those thoughts and decide that he made a huge mistake, revise the whole thing, or he's back with you, one of the two, and work on all that shit of not being able to trust people and thinking she's a threat, darling. Loz, it's one of the other Loz's from TikTok, literally manifested just now. Oh, Laura! I'm call you Loz too. How to stop trying to control things too much. Guys, you've got to understand that whatever you're thinking will fuck it up, whether you control it or not control it. You can do 3D things all day long, It's what you're thinking that matters. I've done so many things in the past where I've just fucked it by doing things in 3D because I just wasn't thinking straight whilst doing it. I totally agree. I had a boyfriend from college over 15 years ago who told me things from my affirmation pages about how amazing I was and a great girlfriend. It works. Guys, they'll fucking regurgitate it. It's so weird. Does the assessment in your course define exactly what our self-concept issue is? Yes. And by the end of it, you'll be like, oh, shit. Do I think that shit? Oh, my God. Better change that. Okay. It might give you a multitude of things that you think. It won't be just one thing. It's out of 4 different fears. And you might have predominantly one or all 4 are really strong or 2 are really strong. So, guys, I'll put my website here so you guys can go and join it to join the squad, which has got the Make Them Obsessed course at the moment. That's only $35 for the month, and part 2 dropped yesterday. And you can just start part 1 if you join today. It's only $35. You go to my website, you follow the instructions, you go through the onboarding, then it will take you to the link to the Facebook group, and it's a lovely supportive group in there, guys. There's over 500 people in there now. Actually, it's about 30 of them who haven't actually signed up, like click the link to request to join. And we're getting to 1,000 people very quickly, all very committed to doing this, all understanding how it works, really being held accountable, doing the tasks every day. I'm about to pop another activity in there now. Okay, so make sure you come and join the squad if you really want to be held accountable, or go get my self-concept course at the same place at my website, guys. If I'm in contact with SP but not frequent, like we talk and then we go 5 weeks without communication, what self-concept could that be? That people just abandon you, Jess. They just disappear, that they ghost, or they don't want to be with you, or they reject you. It's either rejection or leaving, or they don't want you. Does your course give us affirmations? Yes. For our specific self-concept, yes. Like, how does it help us change the self-concept? Could you explain a little, please? Sorry if you've already explained it. So it goes through what self-concept is and why it's fucking up your life, okay? Then it explains thought transmission, all those things about how it affects other people. Then you are asked to really, really go in depth about your childhood. Really start thinking about how your childhood might have affected you. And if you can't remember, you can come back to it later. Then you do the assessment. Then you go back to the assessment and write down all the statements that run true for you. And then you personally turn those into affirmations for yourself. But I also give you affirmations for each of those fears. Then there's also a meditation at the end that reiterates what you learned. But in between that, there's a concept chapter on on forgiveness and forgiving your person, a chapter on triggers, a chapter on the news story of you and the news story of them, okay, and changing your story to be the new story and stepping into the state of the new you. That's the focus of the course, being the state of the new you, not just finding out all your fears and then going, bye, and then you know what you need to work on, okay? All right, guys, what are we going to call this? It's not working. That'll be a good one. Guys, it's always working. You're just thinking the wrong shit. It's not working. What else do we talk about? Not trusting your specific person. Does that course help self-concept for money, or is it just SP? No, self-concept applies to everything, guys. And also my 21-day money challenge. Go and do that in the free Facebook group, Subconscious Laws. We did a 21-day challenge recently. Just put in hashtag 21-day challenge and look up all the money is everywhere posts and all the tasks in there. And it has to do with your self-concept, okay? Not trusting SP. My self-concept about money has changed. It used to be I had a fear of missing out, but now my self-concept has changed to I always get what I want. I never miss out. Oh, that's wonderful, darling. And guys, your money thoughts are tied to your self-concept thoughts about yourself. So if you feel not good enough, your business won't boom. If you feel not good enough, you won't keep the money, it will leave. You could win the lotto and still fritter away the money because of you thinking you don't deserve it. Sometimes you've got to get to the point where you refuse to think negatively and you just start affirming and believing you are truly awesome. I did. Oh, wonderful. Okay. I love it. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. I'll be live here tomorrow, 9 p.m. EST. Other than that, I'll be in TikTok and also Facebook Friday in the squad, which is only $35 a month. And come and get the Make Them Obsessed course. I'm about to put a post in there right now and get it through my website. All right, guys, see you later. Bye.